The film which you are about to see is an account of the tragedy which befell a group of 5 youths, in particular Sally Hardesty and her invalid brother Franklin. It is all the more tragic in that they were young, but had they lived very, very long lives, they could not have expected, nor would they have wished to see as much of the mad and macabre as they were to see that day. For them, an idyllic summer afternoon drive became a nightmare. The events of that day were to lead to the discovery of one of the most bizarre crimes in the annals of American history, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Welcome on back, everyone. It is the Gingerbeard Man with another Texas Chainsaw Massacre video, and today we are running down the family again, and this time we have Johnny Boy. Johnny Boy is up today. Some people like him, some people don't. I'm probably one of those guys that is on the weird end and don't like him too much. He is second to last. In the ranking that I personally put them in. It's pretty much only my ranking. Obviously, everyone likes everyone for their own reasons. This is just my own personal ranking. Of course, number 1 for me is Leatherface. Number 2 is The Hitchhiker. Number 3 is the next video coming soon. It will be Sissy. And then it goes to Johnny and then the Cook. The only reason why Johnny and the Cook are last are for their own separate reasons. And both of them are completely different. On the last video with the old Cook, but we did the Hitchhiker last before last, I should say. I did the Cook, and I told you that the reason why I don't like the Cook a lot is because he is very, very slow. And I'm a person that likes to run up and hit people. So, the Cook is not my kind of deal. He's mostly a sonar dude and gets blood for grandpa. Well, this is kind of the same, but in a different context, I would say. Johnny is sonar, but he can run and hit people. There is a hiccup, though. There is a major hiccup between the Cook and Johnny that completely separate them. And I don't know if sometime down the line these guys, the devs, will update Johnny to make him a little bit better. At the time of this release, he hasn't been updated yet, so who knows? But we're going to go over the abilities, perks, execution, and attributes. The thing about the Cook and Johnny that is completely different is the Cook has this ability, okay? This is the ability of Johnny. Literally, the hunt. He follows your footsteps to find the victims. Now we're going to respec this so you guys can see. First, you have consumption rate for footprint tracking reduced by 7%. The detection range of clues left by victims is increased by 15%. Increases ability bar recharge rate by 14%. I go in the middle for the clues left by victims is increased by 15%. Now it does this again by 21% for footprint tracking. And then the clues is 30%, and then reduce recharge by 34%. Either one of these I use. I've been going back and forth trying to figure out what I like and what I don't like. I'm gonna go with the middle for this purposes. But here's the issue. Here's the issue why Johnny is second to last. Clues left by victims can be analyzed 50% faster. Changes the color of footprints based on how recently they were left. And then increase range of footprints trails by 100%. Now, if you remember from the Cooks, the Cook can show everybody on the field where they're at by just listening in with his ability. Johnny has nothing like that. He can't show the family anything at all. He is a lone wolf, literally just by himself. So that is the problem with Johnny. I think there should be something where you follow the footprints, and if you find the victim that's in the footprints, that person is exposed for everyone to see, just like how the Cook is at his level 3. You can hear and show the whole family members where they're running around by listening in. I think that Johnny should be the same way when you're following the footprints, and if you find the person from those footprints, they should be exposed for all family members to see. That would probably raise him up really much on my list, but right now, as he sits, he's he's second to last. He can run and he can hit. People are yelling about that. I hate to say that, but yeah, people do not like how long he can swing his knife. So that may get changed here in the future. But yeah, he's pretty much solo. He can't help out the other, and same with Hitchhiker. You know, with his traps, he shows all the family members. Um, yeah, so that's exactly what I mean. That's why he's down there. He's got some kinks that I just don't like. Um, I have all of my attribute points in savagery and a little bit more in endurance and a little bit of blood harvesting. Of course, you can make them however you would like them. The skill tree is pretty much how you want to play Johnny. There's no right or wrong way to go with this guy. Literally, you can go any way you want, and I mean any way, because they're all good. So that's why I'm like, because it doesn't matter which way you go. All the perks that you get each way is good for Johnny because he can run and he can hit people and he can track them. So to me, it doesn't really matter which way you go, but the tracking is a little difficult. I'm not going to lie. I personally don't like it too much. It takes time to find the people and follow the footprints and stuff like that. Yeah, I like to be the kind of person that just keeps going and chasing people down. I don't like to sit there and look at the ground for a little bit and figure out what we're going to do and waste 10 seconds when the guy could literally go up the door and get out while I'm sitting there looking at the dirt. Um, that's, I can't. Not for me. That's more reasons why he's down here. But you go up top, rage. You got down the rabbit hole. You got 2 randoms here. Punishment. These might be random perks too, because I remember I went through some of these and got some random perks. So some of these might be random. I might be just saying what I pulled. This one is not. Barge to the point and Tenderizer, they are not. Neither is these two. When you go this way, there's a random perk. Special blend. Sissy's Poison Clouds. You got Scout there. And then if you go left over here, it's Suffocating Grip and Slow and Steady, while sprinting stamina usage is decreased by 30%, but overall speed is reduced by 15. Yeah, that sounds dumb. Dinner Bell, a victim's caught in traps will be highlighted, and your maximum stamina is increased by 20 points for 15 seconds. These perks right here, I'm not sure if anybody else feels this way. I've done a couple videos of these now. I understand all these perks on every person, but this perk is totally useless to Johnny. Like, totally useless. This is more for the Hitchhiker only. Like, if you haven't equipped it and you got a Hitchhiker on your team all the time, sure, yeah, cool. If you don't ever have a Hitchhiker on your team and you hardly ever see the Hitchhiker at all, this perk is completely worthless. I kind of think that they should have made perks specialized for those family members, the same as like the victim side. They should have had some perks that were specialized just for these players, but that's me. But yeah, you can go left or right here, and that'll be it because you'll run out of points. So you're only going to go between this block, and that's it. If you go right, activated. After being stunned, you deal 10% extra damage for 20 seconds. As of right now, though, anything that deals with stunning, and I'm just going to be honest, anything that deals with stunning right now, I would not even equip it. I'm being completely honest. Because by the time you get done getting up off the ground and shaking your head and breaking the cobwebs out, you've done wasted 10 seconds of that 20 already, if not more. This goes for anything, sneak attacks, anything like that. Um, People stab you in the back, you get your buff of a hit or whatever. By the time you're done with the animation, definitely with Leatherface smacking himself in the face for 1,000 times and shit like that. Anything like that. Um, by the time he's done doing the animation, it's worthless. Fire it up. After running out of stamina, there's a 30% less delay before stamina starts regenerating again. And don't get me wrong, the time this video comes out, maybe they have updated that so the animation doesn't last as long or something, but who knows. Wind Doom. Victims take 50% more damage when jumping out of windows. And you got a rando up here. Uh, Historical Strength. Below 15% stamina, you deal more damage. Then you got 2 blood ones, the Siphon, Harvesting Increaser. And winning a close encounter gives you 10% more blood, while losing a close encounter it gives you 20%. For old Dracula. This way you have a random perk. If you go left, you have Confusing Mechanic. Again, I probably mentioned this in the last video. I'm pretty sure I did, but I always repeat it because you don't know who watches every single video. Confusing Mechanic. Okay, after turning on a generator, it takes 5 seconds longer than usual for victims to disable it. What that means is, if you're running this perk, you go to the generator and turn it off first, and then you turn it back on. So the next victim that comes along that has to try to turn on that generator, it takes them 5 seconds longer, 10 seconds, then 15 seconds longer to turn the generator off. Don't wait until they turn it off themselves and run out the door and then you decide to use the perk. Just letting you know. Excited Grandpa. Delay between a Grandpa's sonar abilities reduced 20% of each level. Then you got a rando you're going to jump through. You can go left or right here to back where you were last time. Or you can go right, go well. Victims that jump down the wells take 50% more damage. And like I said last time, in the Cooks video, I'm going to go back to the Cooks video here. And I'll put a bumper up top. I'll put a bumper up top for the Cooks video, and I talk about this again. You notice how well was way over here? And then you go over here. Down the rabbit holes all the way over here. You cannot. They do not let you use down the rabbit hole and well together. They never do. I've noticed that. Every single map that I have, every grid here on the skill tree I have seen, they did never put those perks beside each other. Ever. They're never beside each other. They don't want you doing that. 50% more damage and being able to see the victim fall down the well. Oh my god. It would probably take Leatherface one swipe, probably. That's probably why. But, yeah. That's the right side. That's our TED Talk for the day. Tracker tagged. Animal farm, chicken detection. You'll go up. You'll go left or right here. Well-fed onions. A grandpa's sonar is activated. All family members instantly regain 50% stamina and nice small blood. Proximity range. And then you get a rando here. You'll get a rando here too if you go up. And then you'll get exterior alarms. Critical doors and gates highlighted for 5 seconds. If you go over here, you'll get a rando and feral for increased savagery. You can go right if you want, if you would up this way anyway. If you would up this way, you're not going right. So, that's up to you. But if you go this way and go right, you'll pay for that. You know, swinging for the fences this year. You got rando perks here. I think half of this gets cut off, I believe. I want to say half of it does get cut off and you can't go any further. But if you go up, warmed up after winning or losing a close encounter, you gain 10% ability charge. Easily tucked out. Your attacks use 20% less stamina, but the stamina regeneration rate is 60% lower. You got a rando here. You got insulated here. Booby traps, lamps stun less time. And you got nobody escapes hell over here. Make locked doors 40% more difficult for all victims. Over here, probably the left right here is more attribute points. I wouldn't doubt it. Brute strength, and you have patience. Standing still will reduce your ability consumption rate by 20%. So, and then you won't be able to go right because it'll be blocked off. So that's what I mean. Like, it don't matter what direction you go with Johnny. All of them are good. I don't think there's a bad direction to go with Johnny at all. I don't think there is. That's the one thing that Johnny has that I have seen through a lot of the family members so far. The two that it really does not matter where you go on the skill tree to me is Johnny and Sissy. I don't think it really matters which ways you go. The only differences with sissies, and we'll be talking about Sissy on the next video, the last family member. Sissy has a way that she can go for most of her poison stuff. And I mean, like her own ability, like poison clouds and stuff like that. That's the only difference. Johnny only has one, literally one, and that's this one up here. This one, patience. That's his own ability perk right there. But that's all he has on this whole entire map. So, you know, this one, it doesn't really matter which way you go. Cosmetics, you don't have none right now, just the original. I'm sure there's more coming, I'm sure. Executions, a sticky end that comes with it. Knife Party and Torn Apart are DLC. I get like $8 or something like that. And then you'll put your attribute points in. And that's it. That is all about Johnny. Yeah, the only, like I said, the most reason why he is down there on my list is it's hard for me to find anybody with his detection. I mean, I could see the footprints, obviously, and we could follow them, but by the time I follow them, they're already upstairs or something, and I've already lost them, and it's, I don't think it's a good ability at all. Like, I feel like it needs a buff. There's something that needs changed about it. I don't think it's good. You should be able to show all family at the end like you can do for Hitchhiker and the Cook. And you can't do that. So you guys got to tell me down below in the comments what you would like changed. What would you like done to him that's different? Do you think he's fine? Should he stay the same? All that. Let me know. Let me know down below. But that is it for Johnny. I thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Hit the like on the video and hit the old Subarunian notification so you know when the next one comes out, and comment below. Let me know all about Johnny Boy, what you like, what you don't like. Are you good with Johnny? Do you think that he needs anything? Let me know down below, and I will catch you all on the next video as we talk about the poison girl, Sissy, that sings old Charlie Manson songs as she runs around. I'll catch you then. Have a good one.